Okay. All right. I think we are live already. Okay. Hi everyone. Good evening, everybody. Uh, I got access to something very very funny. Not so nice. I put the bowl right down there. You can see in my video. All right. How's everyone doing this evening? I think we've got good news in Singapore today. I think for some Malaysians, you've already gotten it like for quite a while. Singapore is only about to enjoy this particular news that just came back, that was just announced by the government earlier. So we are entering phase 2 of circuit breaker, or post circuit breaker, sorry, the reopening of the country. Phase 2. So, well, we can go out and eat again. We can go out and eat again, a group of 5s. So I don't know how. I'm looking forward to it. Dining outside with friends and families. And I think some of us really started making calls and reserving. I think I started reserving restaurants, right? For some reason, I don't know how you're going to restaurants. Some people are reserving a lot of stuff. I'm still waiting for my movie theater to open. I can't wait to watch the movie back in the theater. Waiting for my Top Gun. I keep complaining about that and crapping. Okay, so all right, so this evening in particular, I am going to just speak very quickly. I probably might not take too long. I don't know whether I'll take long now. I'm not sure. So I probably want to speak a bit about why I don't time the market, because the reason why I am touching on this particular topic, it is because it is something that a lot of potential investors, or even my current pool of investors, are asking me this question. Is it a good time? Is it a good time? Is it a good time? It's always the same question, right? Is it a good time? Everybody's afraid. Everybody want that crystal ball, is it? Especially if you're someone new, right? Or you're hoping for, can I enter now, and in 2 weeks I make like triple my money? This is like a dream come true, right? Because like, for some reason our mind is warped, and we keep thinking that investing is just put the money in, triple the money in 4 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 weeks, hopefully as fast as possible. Everybody want money now. I want it fast. I want it now. If I have that ability to do so, I wouldn't need to probably be running my business, correct? So it is unfortunate that we are not able to determine what's going on with the market in particular. Nobody, like I said, is able to predict 100% what's going on. Someone say they are like they're able to predict everything very very well. What's going to go up, what's going to happen with precision. Then I guess you're up for some bullshit. Okay, you can project. You can definitely project. You can make some projection based on data. That's something that you can definitely do. You can project. This is the trend. This is what's happening. Okay, you're reading the data. You're reading the charts. You're seeing what's the trend. You're seeing patterns. These are the things that you can base on your projection. But nobody can exactly make an accurate prediction on the market. And if you're attempting to do that every time, you're always waiting on the side, always finding the right time to enter, okay, then it's going to be hard work for you. I assure you, especially for me in area of real estate, that the way that we don't like to time the market. Okay, I've never wanted to try and time. I'm more cautious. That's for sure. We tighten our criteria a little, so that's why we don't exactly have a buying spree for the last 3 months. We just tighten our criteria, but I don't time the market. Okay, so there's a big difference. If you're trying to time the market, you're always trying to find that bottom. Everybody wants to find that bottom, or maybe you have access to some news, like someone is telling you, hey, if you buy now, right, US market is gonna project, like it's gonna rise like crazy, or stock market is gonna surge, things like that. You're hoping for that hot tip, or that I don't know, that call from someone or insider trading, whatever, right? That people are telling you, hey, this is the time to buy, this is the time to buy. Okay, we don't do that. This is not something that Noble Sky does. If anyone tried to ask me when you should enter the market, I would say right now. In fact, right now. Okay, but in a different manner. Okay, not buy at market value. Okay, unfortunately for stock investment, the entering for me at the stock investment, buying it at a high is risky for me. okay, and I'm not so sure whether I can stomach that kind of risk on my portfolio. I don't dare. Okay, and you need a level of expertise. You need a level of understanding on the stock market and how it works. Whether is it time for you to buy? Some people say no. Some people say yes. So many school of thoughts. So I'm a bit afraid of just buying at a high. Okay. The reason why I do real estate is because of the opportunity that I am able to buy, even though the market is at a high, I can still buy it at a low price. Okay. This is the real reason, the main reason why I do so. Okay. And real estate is inefficient. When it's inefficient in its being able to be liquidated, okay, it's inefficient, there's lesser volatility. When there's lesser volatility, it is a lot more stable. Okay, so I want to explain to you today why I don't time the market at all, and I'm going to explain to you now if I am attempting to always find the right timing. Okay, when I am attempting to find the right timing, it is because you are attempting to pay market value. Make sense? Yes or no? Make sense? Right? If you're attempting to time the market, meaning that you are buying it at retail value, at market value. So that's why you are trying to time the market. Okay. So I don't intend to time the market at all. Okay, let me just share my screen. And when I buy property, okay, I always intend to buy it cheap. And I want to show you this particular right. Do you see my screen? Oh, so I haven't shared my screen. I'm sorry. All right, this is an auction site, okay, and I've shown it in a couple of videos of mine previously, and I'm going to bring it to Orlando, one of my favorite county, although I've yet to buy anything in Orlando. What I'm monitoring Orlando like crazy, okay, Orange County, tax deed sales, all right? So if you see here, this is Orange County is where Orlando is. The city of Orlando is in this county called Orange County, okay? Orange County, I know a lot of us are very familiar with Orange County, California, right? Orange County, a lot of TV is very atas place, very expensive, $1 million homes in California. We bought in, but we don't play in that market. It's a different kind of strategy there. We bought in Orange County, New York, beautiful properties there. Now I'm looking at Orange County, Florida, where Orlando is. And when I go to the auction, there's one upcoming on this 18th, this Thursday, 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. US time, which means 10 p.m. in Singapore. Okay, there's an auction coming up, and I was just going through it, and there was one particular property. Unlikely for this property to survive. Most likely, nearing the auction, it might get pulled out. Okay, but let's just say, for assumption's sake, just for the sake of assuming, let's say the property lasts and survive all the way. This is just me scanning through. I'm not exactly trying to analyze everything. No, you take too much time. Okay, you waste your time and money. All right, don't. So this is just me scanning through, trying to find some material for me to share with you tonight. So when I click on this particular property, okay, this link, it brings me to this property appraiser site by this guy by the name of Rick Singh. He's a property appraiser of Orange County, the certified property appraiser, Florida appraiser, right? So this is the property. It's telling me the value of the property that's available now, okay? And take a look, okay? The latest value is 266,000. If I take this address, is a physical street address. I key into Google Maps. This is Google Maps, and then it bring me to this particular property. And you take a look, it's right on the Lake Apopka, and this is in the middle of Disneyland. And I think, yeah, Disneyland. If you, Universal Orlando, sorry, Disney World is somewhere, I don't know, somewhere nearby lah. Okay, let me just do direction. Magic Kingdom. Yep, half an hour away from Magic Kingdom. Oh, Disney World is at the bottom below. Universal Studio is about about half an hour drive as well. It was 17 miles away. Okay, that's Universal Studio. So this place, although now during pandemic, probably they are trying to reopen. So a lot of these studios and these Universal Studios and Magic Kingdom, Disney World, they closed down. So a lot of jobs were laid off. So when a lot of jobs were laid off, people literally became very they got out of work, right? And some of them will be receiving some form of income from the government, so they're able to tide through. Okay, what will happen we do anticipate a large part of them would likely be going under with the mortgage or the properties around the area. Some of these workers, they live around the area, right? And when the property mortgage comes under, all right, and people becomes when the homeowner gets into foreclosure, then we do anticipate a surge of foreclosure activity in Florida. Hopefully, okay, I'm not trying to hope for people's demise, but okay, we do anticipate an increase in foreclosure activity in Florida, in Orlando, and around the area, there'll be more properties coming out on the market. And when that happens, it might push price down. Okay, when prices get pushed down. Now, this is the thing that's happening right now. If I were to wait, if I were to wait for the foreclosure activity to start, probably in 2 years or 3 years, okay, I'm trying to finish in 2 years, then I will start buying something there. If I were to do that, all right, what would be the problem? What would be the problem? What do you think? If I were to wait 2 years later, anybody have any comment? Just comment. Okay, maybe I don't have enough people to watch to comment. But if I were to wait too long for 1 to 2 years for the foreclosure to start, a lot of activity to start, now until 2 years later, okay, because I'm trying to time the market, right? Now until 2 years later, it would mean that I have to hopefully, okay, all right, be able to enter the market in 2 years' time when there's a lot of foreclosure activity. Okay, and right now I want to wait, so I let my money. Hopefully, you do something else with your money, but if you're not, then you're probably putting the money aside and just letting it stay in the bank. Sorry, sorry, I've been sneezing the whole day. I apologize. All right, so can I get tissue, please? So when you have a lot of time, I mean, you have a lot of money sitting in the bank, not being put to good use, because you're trying to time the market, right? Okay, now that becomes problematic. Money in the bank is just going to lose value over time. It's important that you have liquidity. Some people call it dry powder, right? Whereby you're able to deploy anytime, whenever you want to. Okay, that's important because you're not exactly timing. You're trying to find the right opportunity. That's different. But you're trying to time. Let's say you want to enter US property, but you're trying to time the market. I want to wait until there is something that will happen in 2 years. Exactly. Fahad said perfectly correct. There will be, you have no idea what's going to happen in 2 years' time. It could even go and surge like crazy, whereby the US market will just be the Federal Reserve just come in and buy everything, and then everything just went up, okay, in price. Or it can even be a worse period then, hopefully for you, but then it become worse for you, and then you will be able to buy more properties then. But you're not sure because we lack that crystal ball. We don't have the ability to predict what's going to happen. You see, and that's it. Thank you. That's problematic. So if I were to time, I wouldn't be able to access opportunities like this. Whereby I realize, hey, this property is available if everybody's trying to time the market, but I don't know and I don't realize that there's a property like this available on the market. Okay, for this property, oops, this one. Okay, for this particular property, and then it's gonna start. The auction is starting at $12,000. Opening bid. Oops. Opening bid is $12,000. Okay, you saw that? $12,554.84. That's the opening bid. The assessed value is not market value. It's usually lesser than market value, especially in Florida. It's $192,000. Let's say I've done my research. I punch in the numbers. I take the address, put it into a property site, and then I did my analysis, and then I found out that the property is valued at $327,000. Okay, that's the value. If the property is really valued at $327,000, and I am now being offered the opportunity to buy it at $12,000, okay, from the auction, and it did survive until the auction, okay, $12,554, and right now it's telling me the market value. Let's assume the market value is $300,000 around this price, okay. Are you still wanting to time the market and wait? That's my point, right? You don't, you see? You're not going to do that. So if you're trying to time the market because you're afraid of what's happening, okay? You're afraid of, you're afraid of like the riots, the protests, and then you don't want to enter. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell everyone a lot for the last few live and videos that I've done. If always trying to, every little negative news that you read, then you want to back off, okay, because you're so scared. Then you're never going to strike and find the best deal because you're putting yourself you're just not allowing yourself to enter. Okay, that's my point. All right. Now, because I may be a bit what do you call it? I may be trying to be too one-sided in this, because I'm promoting US real estate in a sense. I'm always helping my investors buy property in the US. But because I have the ability, okay, to tell investors that, hey, if you are trying to time the market, you're going to lose on opportunities like this. Okay. And if you lose on opportunities like this, it might never come back. And for all you know, if the market just roll back to life in 2 years' time, there's no foreclosure crisis. There's nothing. Okay. There's nothing that is happening in the market that's telling you that the property is going to crash, property market is going to crash in 2 years' time. Everything just going up and up and up. Okay. You're just going to miss the boat. That can happen as well. Federal Reserve has the power to do a lot of nonsense. Okay, they've done a lot of things to the market that economists hate, that economists don't like. Okay, experts in the market, financial gurus, they just cannot stand the Federal Reserve. So you don't know. For all you know, they might be buying all these assets, and then property price might double, and you might make double. I'm just guessing here. Okay, we don't know. So the point is this: if I see this kind of opportunity, I punch in the numbers, and then I determine what's my maximum price I want to pay. That's about it. If it goes beyond the maximum price, okay, example for this property, let's assume 300,000 is the market value. Okay, there's nothing to fix on this property. Example, you want to buy it for rental. All right, if you want to buy this property for rental, okay, and the bottom below it says rents estimate 1,008. Let's assume 1,008 is what you can get for rental for this property. Okay, 1,008 is what you can get for rental for this property, and you are able to buy this property, let's say, for 150,000. Are you going to say, no, I don't want to buy now because I'm waiting for property market to crash? Yes or no? No, right? Okay, so that's not how we approach things, guys. Okay, how we approach things are very different. In a much more volatile environment where there's a lot of fear is where we want to thrive the most. Okay, it's when we really are looking for all these kind of deals that people are just scared shitless to buy. They're just so scared of going and timing because got protest scared, got riot scared, everything was scared. Don't want to buy, all scared. Okay, then I say, go put your money under the pillow. Just wait there lah. Don't invest because you're not ready mentally. Okay, and your mindset is just not. You're not priming yourself to strike at opportunities. So in our case, I'm always advising my investors: don't time the market, find opportunities. Even be cautious. Don't pay too much. Maybe tighten your criteria. Make sure that whatever you buy, you have a lot of equity built in when you buy. So if I were to buy this property at $150,000, for example, this property I buy at 150,000. What that means is and the market value is 300,000. What that means is I have built-in equity of 150,000. It's equity, not cash. It's equity, and then you let the property appreciate in value for the next few years. Right, after you appreciate in value for the next few years, you're able to cash out the money from property. I see a lot of opportunities right now, even more, whereby people who are always trying to time the market, they're staying away, right? They're staying away. They feel that, hey, I don't want to buy. So it's good. If there are more people staying away, it means more opportunity for me. Okay, so those who are watching, it's good for you if you know that not the time to don't ever try to time the market. Okay, I was looking for articles on this. Time in the market is better than timing the market. Okay, experts are telling you not to do that. Okay, don't try to time the market. Don't always try to ask, where's the hot tip? Where should I buy? The hot tip, the best tip. That's the wrong mindset to approach this, guys. Okay, do not do that. You're losing opportunity. You're missing out on potential opportunity. You're leaving money on the table. Okay, don't try to time the market. Okay, instead, some people say rebalance your market, and like this, don't try to time the market, do this instead. This is the article say rebalance your portfolio rather than timing the market. Okay, so don't ever try to do that. So I want to show you a couple more opportunity that I saw. In fact, this is in Orlando. Okay, then in Grand Street, they have another auction. I think you might be shocked by this. Okay, let me show you. I just found it just now. Oh, what? Okay. Palm Beach International Raceway. All right. This one. Okay. International Raceway. It's a racetrack. I found a racetrack. Okay. Starting bid, 388,000. All right. For the racetrack, guys, racetrack have to pay tax as well. They cannot run away from tax. So the tax on this racetrack, is outstanding is 388,000 USD. I wish some of my big tycoons are on this video now. I want to ask them for for capital. All right, and there you go. That's a racetrack. Can you see that? It's a racetrack in Palm Beach. Palm Beach, the atas place of Florida, the super atas place. Is equivalent. Tony Robbins lived there even. Okay, all the rich tycoons in the US, they like to live in Palm Beach. Very atas, very fancy. Okay, so value is $6 million. Okay, $6 million. $6 million for this racetrack in Palm Beach. All right, so I'm gonna. When I saw, what do you call it? This is called Moroso Motorsports Park. Okay, just search for it. Moroso Motorsports Park. There you go. Palm Beach International Raceway. Okay, so you have the opportunity, you have a lot of money. Any of you watching this, if you think you're daring enough, you have the opportunity to buy this racetrack. Okay, which is coming up for auction. It is coming up for auction on 2 days time. It is still coming up for auction in 2 days time. Okay, let me tell you something. This property is coming up for auction in 2 days time. If you, it's too late for us because we need time to do. Actually, in fact, got time to deposit. But yeah, never mind. Okay. So if you were to acquire this property for $1 million, all right, you have an asset of $6 million under your belt in your portfolio. Okay, it's valued at $6 million. All right, that's what people pay for in 10 years ago. Sorry, 12 years ago. By now, the value would have increased. Okay, to I don't know what. If you go do a 3% appreciation over the last 12 years, you probably arrive at a price of almost 7-8 million. I think. Okay, so you are you're looking at a infinite possibility. So same thing, right? If I say, if you're trying to time the market, you have money now. Okay, let's say you have $2 million to spare. I'm not so sure who has $2 million to spare in my list of viewers. If you have $2 million to spare and you're trying to, I want to wait until everything crash, then I want to buy. When everything's at the bottom, I want to buy. I think it will happen in 5 years' time. Okay, you might miss out on opportunities like this. You'll miss out. You see, well, because this opportunity might not even come back. You see, and you have like, oh my God. If this is what is available now, of course you have to do more due diligence. You don't just buy blind, okay, guys? We never ever do that. Don't just buy blind. You have to do more due diligence. As you do more due diligence, you check, hey, if this property really checks out, I can buy a racetrack for the starting price at a few $100,000. Then why not? Okay, all right? Why not? Right? Why not do that? I mean, if I have my group of investors with like $500,000, I mean, just enter for fun. No, not for fun, sorry. The wrong word to you. Enter because, hey, this is an opportunity, right? A racetrack for $500,000. I'm going to figure out what I can do with the money, what I can do with the racetrack, man. Hold on to it, and when post-COVID, you can make money from it. Who knows, right? Okay, so there you go, racetrack. And another one, this one I'm not so sure about this, okay? There's a lot of potential, okay? Then another one in Broward County where Fort Lauderdale is. Fort Lauderdale, okay, I saw this one, this property in Sunset Lakes. This is Sunset Lakes. This is the property. If I were to view, the property is right down there. And then immediately I saw all the swimming pool, and then I swimming pool here again. I zoom out. There's a lake at the back of the house. Okay, well, too bad we don't have the lake right at your house, but not too bad, right? Okay, very, very well established subdivision. Okay, and then I check the market value for this property. Copy this. Then I zoom in. It is about 530,000. Okay, $530,000 for this property. And you find this property, 530,000. Starting price, 43,000. There you go. 533,000, starting price 43,000 is less than 10% of the value. Okay, if everyone's running away from the market and you are there seeing this, okay, and you're trying to decide, should I time the market, wait for it to be even lower in 3 years time, 4 years time, or should I enter now? At maybe, what do you put a maximum budget of, I don't know, 140 if you have the money. All right, 140,000 for this property of $500,000, more than $500,000. Put a maximum bid, 140,000. And if you get it, this house of 530,000, you just bought it for 140. You see that? All right, with the pool and all that. Now, 140,000, no matter what, in that area, guys, this property in this area at 140,000, look at all the properties there. Look at all the values, and you buy it at 140K. Let's say buy at 200K maximum. Okay, some people might be like, "Oh, you sure or not? You sure can buy at 140, 200?" Yes, it's possible. Okay, especially in a fearful market where people are just in fear. All right, they're in fear. Then you will realize, hey, you can have the opportunity to buy it cheaper then. Okay, because property price doesn't come at 500,000 and drop off the cliff and drop off in a couple of weeks to 30,000. It doesn't happen. Is it because it's a tangible asset, it's hard asset, it's something that's physical. The wood and the house and everything will cost money to build, right? So there's only so much that it can drop, and it takes a few years for it to really drop. Okay, so what you should do, especially in a fearful market, buy properties cheap, hold it out for the long term. Hold it out for the long term. Hold it out and earn cash flow. Okay, don't try to hope for appreciation. Okay, if appreciation happens, then it's the bonus. But otherwise, don't try to hold it out for appreciation. Well, and if you have more money, then maybe buy the racetrack. Okay, buy the racetrack lah. There you go, racetrack for sale for 388,000. Value racetrack, I think now probably be about. Where's my phone? Okay, so probably about 8 million if I'm not mistaken for the racetrack. Okay. Who wants to buy a racetrack? Anybody want to buy a racetrack? Palm Beach International Raceway racetrack. So if it's $6 million, okay, and I'm seeing now if it's $6 million, there's a value of the racetrack, and if I do a appreciation of for 5 years of 3%. Oops, sorry, 60. Then you're looking at almost $7 million value. Okay, $7 million value after 5 years at 3%, 3% appreciation. So for the last 12 years, that means there's about 144 months. Calculate. You're looking at an $8.5 million value today. Okay, for this particular racetrack. This racetrack is on sale for 388,000 and has a potential value of what 8.5 million as of today. Okay, it is on sale in 2 days' time. Anybody want to buy the racetrack? If any of you watch this, want to buy the racetrack, give me a call and say I'm ready with $2 million. Just transfer it over. We buy the racetrack. Okay, all right. I'll send someone there tomorrow. Don't worry. Okay, we'll go down and check and do a check on the property, and you have yourself a racetrack for $2 million. If you're daring enough, talk to me. Okay, if you're keen. Otherwise, don't worry. Okay, there's a lot of opportunities. All right. Okay, we are always looking for some. All right. So, and then there's this property for $500 million, starting price 44,000. And there's another property here. Okay, in Orlando, starting price 12,000. Right, for a $200,000 property, starting price 12,000. Well, there you go. So if I time the market, I'll miss out on this. I'll leave money on the table. Okay, and then I have no idea what's going to happen in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, hoping that the property market will probably reach bottom. What if you wait 3 years' time and then it didn't reach bottom? It went even higher. So you have all kind of uncertainty. So all this uncertainty will be something that you are not going to be. You don't want to be in that situation whereby you're uncertain about this, uncertain about that. Don't be part of that group, guys. Don't be part of the herd who's always afraid of all this news that's happening. Okay, and then stay away. When people are fearful, you become greedy. According to what's his name? Warren Buffett. According to Warren Buffett, when people are fearful, we become greedy. So that's why I will always urge you, be greedy right now, especially when there's riots, there's protests. Be greedy, but cautious. But be greedy. Okay, always look for opportunity. If there's something available, strike. Okay, go in. That's my advice, and that's all I have to say for today. All right. So I hope you found some value and understand why I am always trying to tell people, okay, who's always, sometimes they text me in person, is it now the right time? It's not the right time. It's not the right time. I say, every time, any time is the right time. Otherwise, I'll say tiger time. I cannot say tiger time lah. Okay, I think Singaporeans will know what's tiger time. But now's the right time. Always look for opportunities. At whatever cash position you have, always find something. Okay, in our position, we have the luxury of the entire US market inventory. Okay, All this inventory is available for us to choose and buy, okay, but we buy cheaper. Don't buy market value, guys. Do not ever buy risk check. Okay, don't buy market value, guys. Buy way lower than market value. That's the point, okay? All right, that's all I have for this evening. I hope you all have a good night. And if you ask me when's the right time, tiger time. Okay, sorry, bye-bye. That's all. Take care. Bye-bye. Good night.